I want to talk to you about a really hot topic in Christianity right now, and it's the issue of false teachers. Right now, there's a lot of debate going on between Christians determining what is a false teacher and what isn't. And before we get into three categories of false teachers that I believe are out there, I want to preface it by saying, pray for discernment between what is a flawed teacher and what is a false teacher. Because I got news for you. Every pastor, every teacher out there is flawed. Nobody has perfect theology. But the problem is when we call everything a false teaching that isn't like us, or a false teacher that doesn't do things just like us, or on the other end of the spectrum, nothing is a false teacher, we run into trouble and we run into error. So I'm going to give you three categories of false teachers or false teaching, false churches, where I believe we need to be looking out for. The first one is the legalistic, lifeless church. It's the place where we go in where doctrines are the center focus, but Jesus is not present. They have a form of godliness, but they truly deny the power and the presence of the person they're preaching. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's the place where you go in and you go, why would I ever be here? There is no joy, there is no life. They're strictly looking at the behaviors of everybody around them and trying to see who's living up to that standard. That is not the true gospel. The second one is the liberal lost church. The liberal lost church takes the doctrines, takes the Bibles, takes everything about Christianity and just picks everything out of the bowl. It's like a soup where they just take out all the ingredients and then they say, here's our version of it. And it's so far removed from the principles and the essentials of Christianity and the gospel that it's no longer a church anymore. Nothing is intact that makes it Christian. So it's a false teaching and a false teacher. And the third category is the one I believe that's actually the most common today. And I call them the loose, lost ones. They're so loose with doctrine, so loose with the essentials of Christianity that they're placing their emphasis on the wrong things. They emphasize miracles, they emphasize healing, they emphasize ecstatic manifestations of the Holy Spirit. That becomes the focal point of their teaching, as opposed to the purity of the gospel, the worship of Jesus, and becoming the person God made you to be by surrendering to Him. So like I said, pray for discernment to understand the difference between what is flawed and what is false. God will give you that discernment, but you have to ask for it.